and welcome to my channel. This is Bambi Elstrom and you're watching Charleston Coastal Living, your guide to luxury living in Charleston. 10 facts you need to know about living in Charleston, South Carolina. Find out what it's really like to live in Charleston. I'll show you 10 important facts about Charleston, South Carolina in this video. Come with me on a trip to the heart of Charleston's way of life. From its long past to its unique customs. These facts will give you a taste of the charm that makes living in this southern gem so special. Whether you already live here or are planning a trip, here are 10 important things you should know about Charleston. Watch the video to the end to know about Charleston, South Carolina, and also because a small surprise might be waiting for you. Charleston is known for its distinct past, beautiful buildings, and southern charm. The city has been around since 1670 and is now one of the most famous places in the world for tourists to visit. Charleston is often called the Holy City because it has so many steeples and plenty of religious history. The city is a great place to live because it has mild weather, lots of culture, and fabulous dining options, and a strong job market. There are some things you should know about Charleston's past, society, and way of life if you're thinking about moving here. Number 10, pineapples. There are pineapples in front doors, gates, and the pineapple fountain at Waterfront Park. During Christopher Columbus's travels, the fruit was linked to hospitality as a sign of wealth and friendliness. In Charleston's colonial past, sailors would post pineapples at the gate when they returned from sea, letting neighbors know they were home safe. This naval custom lived on, showing Charleston's love of Southern hospitality and its history as a marine city. In Charleston, pineapples can be seen in many forms, such as decorative paintings, statues, and plaques. They are given as opening gifts and used as decorations at parties, which shows how important they are to the local style. The pineapple is still a common sign in Charleston. It stands welcome and ties the city's history to the present. Its continued use shows that Charleston is still committed to being a friendly and successful city and that the residents treasure their history. Number 9, the Citadel. It has long had a history of being a military school and sometimes called the Military College of South Carolina. Around 2,000 members of the South Carolina Corps of Cadets march onto Summerall Field every Friday during the school year for the dress parade, which is a big deal at the Citadel. The regimental band and pipes play during the parade, and gunfire adds to the atmosphere. The cadets' accuracy and teamwork are truly amazing. The custom of showing troops at the Citadel comes from events that happened in the past. The drills and moves are based on strategies that were used in battles. Parades at the Citadel are free and open to the public and offer a way for people to learn about and respect the school's rich military traditions. They take place on Summerall Field, and guests should get there early because there's limited parking on campus. Number 8. Pralines. The Charleston City Market was built in the 1790s to sell meat, fish, and vegetables. Now, both locals and tourists love going there. Almost everyone loves the city's famous pralines. Some stores at the market, like Market Street Sweets and Charleston Candy Company, give away free praline samples so that people can try the sweet taste of Charleston. Besides pralines, the Charleston City Market has other local vendors selling traditional crafts, art, handmade goods, and foods from the area. This market gives you a glimpse of Charleston's past and culture. Number 7, skylines. In Charleston, buildings must follow zoning rules that limit their height. According to a local legend, no building can be taller than the tallest church steeple, which is St. Matthew's Lutheran Church at 255 feet. Because of this rule, Charleston is known as the Holy City, and its skyline is made up of many church steeples. There are over 400 houses of worship in total that give it a timeless and beautiful appearance. The many steeples in Charleston show the city's religious past and character for religious tolerance. This adds to the city's unique appeal as a top travel destination. Even though current standards don't include skyscrapers, Charleston's largest buildings are old churches with tall steeples that add to the city's architectural charm. Building height limits are an important part of keeping Charleston's traditional character because they make sure that the skyline is still dominated by beautiful church steeples. This unique trait brings out the city's long past and cultural importance. Firsts. Number 6. The Charleston Museum was the first public museum. Founded January 12, 1773, makes the first museum in the United States. The museum has been around for more than 250 years and is an important part of keeping Charleston's low-country cultural past alive. The Charleston Museum is still a well-known place that shows off the history and customs of the area through a variety of displays and teaching programs. America's first theater, the Dock Street Theater, was built in 1736 and is the first building in America that was used only as a theater. This historic site has made a big contribution to Charleston's culture and artistic history by holding many events such as musicals and plays. The Dock Street Theater remains a busy place for the arts, and it has continued to shape Charleston's cultural scene. The Spoleto Festival is Charleston's annual 17-day celebration of the arts. It was first held in 1977 as a counterpart to the Italian festival Two Worlds in Spoleto, Italy, and it was the first golf club in the United States, founded in 1786. It shows how important it has been to shaping sports in the U.S. history. Number 5, architectural style. The single house was a unique type of architecture in Charleston. Its long, open, double or triple decker porches, called piazzas, and narrow side that faces the street are very unique. The design works well with early Charleston lots that are long and narrow. The city planning was laid out to capture the river breezes. The front door is on the side of the house, which leads to a center hall with stairs. The porch or piazza is what makes the building unique. It's an outdoor living area that provides shade and airflow during the hot, humid summers in the city. The Charleston single house has a uniform plan inside with one room on each side of the hall. This shows that builders were aware of how the city's temperature and terrain are different, and they built the house with that in mind. Many Charleston homeowners are proud to restore single-family homes to their original beauty, highlighting their important role as beloved pieces of the city's culture and architectural history. Number 4, wealth. During colonial times, Charleston was the 4th largest and richest city in America. It was also a major trade hub for the southern states, connecting them by the Atlantic Ocean. Charleston's economic growth was built on the sale of rice, indigo, and later Sea Island cotton. This helped make the city a busy trade center and port city. Charleston's wealth and cultural importance made it the cultural center of South Carolina. It was the center of the American Enlightenment in the late 1800s and was criticized for having an aristocratic tone. In the 1920s, however, the city had a cultural rebirth that brought artists and writers and singers. Charleston is still a busy city that's about keeping its unique history and cultural traditions alive. Number 3, the Arthur Ravenel Jr. Bridge. With a total length of 13,200 feet and the longest span of 1,546 feet, Arthur Ravenel Bridge spans Charleston Harbor and connects Old Charleston to Mount Pleasant. It is the largest cable-stayed bridge in North America. The bridge, which is named after the powerful Republican politician Arthur Ravenel Jr., has 8 lanes and can handle 80,000 cars per day on Route 17. The diamond-shaped towers of the bridge rise 5 feet above the road, and cables that can hold more than 500 tons add to its impressive and strong design. The bridge was built to weather harsh conditions and was designed to stand up to wind gusts of up to 300 miles per hour, a Category 5 storm, and earthquakes up to 7.4 on the Richter scale. The bridge was finished a year early on July 14, 2005, and is famous for the stunning views of the harbor. Tourists and locals are both drawn to it, and Boat trips allow people to get a glimpse of this amazing feat up close. Walkers and joggers relish in the hill the bridge provides to change up their routine from a normally flat course. Number 2, Dr. Garden. In the middle of the 1800s, Scottish doctor and botanist Dr. Alexander Garden brought the Cape jasmine plant to Charleston. The plant was later given the name gardenia to honor Dr. Garden's work. Born in Scotland in 1730, Dr. Garden went to Charleston in 1752 and became a well-known scientist and doctor. Because he loved gathering plants and animals, he worked with Carl Linnaeus, who is known as the father of modern taxonomy. Among Dr. Garden's research contributions were identifying animals from South Carolina in groups, like silverbell, striped mullet, corn snake, and copperhead. In addition to his work in gardening, Dr. Garden was very important in Charleston's medical field. In 1760, he helped make the first smallpox vaccine. Even though Dr. Garden made important accomplishments, his Scottish background caused him trouble after the Revolutionary War, and he was sent back to Scotland. He lived out the rest of his days in London, where he continued to study plants and animals. The gardenia plant is now an important part of Charleston's natural and cultural environment and is a living tribute to Dr. Garden. Number 1, cultural scene. People move to Charleston because it has many choices of cultural activities, great weather, and a strong job market. Niche magazine gives Charleston's housing market only a C+, which means that people may have trouble finding an affordable housing. The cost of living aside, Charleston is a wonderful place to live because it has a quaint neighborhood feel, lively nightlife, and lots of outdoor activities to choose from. People love the city because it has history, different cultures, and a strong sense of community. The warm weather and proximity to the coast also help. Charleston is also famous for its food and restaurant scene. The variety and quality of choices allows you to explore a new option every day of the year. Charleston, like other cities, has its issues, but its unique mix of Southern charm, historical importance, and modern conveniences continues to draw people who want to live in a culturally rich city. Bonus fact, the city plan. Charleston's plan is a lot like Bridgetown, which is a city of Barbados. There are many striking similarities between the two cities' layouts and buildings. The cobblestone paved streets, colorful colonial buildings, and crepe myrtle trees that grow in both towns make them look like they are visually connected. This strange resemblance shows that Charleston and Barbados have historical ties, highlighting the impact of shared culture, farming, and historical aspects. The reflected features add an interesting layer to Charleston's building history and help make the city's character stand out. The link between Charleston and Bridgetown shows how deeply past events can shape the plan and appearance of towns. It's interesting to look at how the stories of these two places are connected. In conclusion, Charleston, South Carolina is a place of vibrant history, beautiful architectural and cultural importance. Every part of the city adds to its charm, from the pineapples that stand for friendliness to the famous Citadel parades and the Charleston single houses. Charleston is surely an interesting mix of old and new. So there you have it, 10 things to know about Charleston. If you found this video informative and want to learn more, please give a like, a comment, and a share. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future updates. Subscribe to my channel for more informative content. My name is Bambi Elstrom, and you're watching Charleston Coastal Living, your guide to luxury living in Charleston. Until the next video, bye now.